This video is a segment cut out from a larger stream about Saudi megastructures, where we look at the consequences of not taking into account your environment when it comes to how you design your building. I hope you enjoy. Like looking at this, how it's like split in the layer half. There needs to be some porosity for like the wind to pass through. Also, you
Hmm.
have to worry about like natural
Yeah, birds are
wildlife.
gonna birds are gonna hit that like it's a window.
Yeah, like birds can
Also,
see
you have the
glass.
issue of it becoming a parabola, and death lasering anything on either side of the wall if the sun hits it right.
Yeah, yep. That's a thing you have to worry about.
Yeah. I'll pull up the building. I'm
Food
gonna
manufacturing.
deposit the 20 Fenchurch Street building. It's a building that had a mirrored surface uh, in London, but because of the way the surface was built, it would focus sunlight, and so people there was a parking spot that it kept hitting, and people's cars would burst into flames. Um, Let me find it. There's a story. Yeah, Death Ray skyscraper built.
Criticism. Death rate, solar glare problem, sky garden. Yeah, okay,
Here
so
we go.
solar glare problem. Oh, here you go.
Death Ray's skyscraper wreaking havoc in London.
Oh, death. Okay, so a giant in London is melting cars, frying bike seats, and scorching sidewalks. But it's not Godzilla. Oh my god.
Yeah, not
It's
the
a
epic Chungus.
walkie-talkie, the nickname for the 38-story skyscraper on Fenchurch Street in central London. The glare reflected from the glass-fronted building was so strong that people changed its name to Death Ray skyscraper. Now the $300 million structure is once again wreaking havoc on the nearby street. The gust of wind at the base of the buildings are so powerful that they are blowing people over and toppling signs off the nearby buildings. Quote, I almost got blown over the other day walking up past the building. When I got around the corner, it was fine. I was scared to go back, a sales assistant at a nearby store told the capitalists. The wind, quote, the wind is so strong on this side of the street, we usually have to keep the doors closed to so stop the clothing getting blown around, said another. It's called the down drought effect. When the wind hits a tall building, it has nowhere else to go, so it is pushed up, down, and around the sides. But the air that is pushed downwards creates a sort of wind tunnel at the base of the building. The result, increased wind speed down the street below. What the fuck?
It's just that this
Oh!
building, yeah, the building was curved in such a way that it was catching wind and tunneling it down, and then same with the sunlight. The front of the building was concave, so it would capture light and focus it into a beam, and that would cause the car seats. It caused fires. It damaged sidewalks. um, it's crazy. Um, and it's so funny. What it is it's an architectural oversight. Um, and it comes from bad design
Yep.
principles.
It's like when you are it's one of the things you have to be cognizant of when you are where are you placing a building, where you're designing a building, what materials you're making the building out of. Um are we sure a supervillain didn't design that building? I mean,
Let's look up the architect. I don't think he gets much work anymore.
yeah, so it would probably yeah. Let me look back in the wiki page. Let me see. Architecture style. The architect Raphael Vinoli. Let me see if it has like their firm. At Amazon Associates Architects.
Hmm.
So it's Toronto-based architecture firm. 1934.
It was the French Canadians.
No, not the Quebecois.
No. But yeah, so it's very funny because this isn't the first time this has happened. This is a known
Oh, he died in
conundrum.
2023.
No. He never saw his evil plans
No,
come
he
to
did.
fruition.
He did. It was 10 years before he died.
That's crazy. No, but yeah, this is a common issue with buildings. There's buildings in New York that they have to basically knock out entire floors to allow wind to pass through them because the structural struts were getting stressed to the point they were cracking, and so they had to what is it? It's that building where each at the top, each floor is its own penthouse.
Is the Trump building or
No, it's not a Trump building, but it's basically you ran out of floor, and that's your house. And it's they did a expose on it. It's basically a big scam. It's very expensive property that if you don't live in, it defaults the property taxes default to the minimum in New York. So unoccupied properties in New York, the default price for their property tax is the minimum. I think it's the minimum, or it's the median or average. I'm trying to remember. It's basically there's a floor, and when you aren't occupying a building, your property taxes drop to the floor. And so they live in they purchase the building. The price of apartments in New York always go up. They sell them at their peak, and they never occupy them. It's just an investment strategy.
Okay, so it looks like complete in 2014. So they probably had to when that started happening, they had to go and redesign some things.
Yeah.
They don't
I
mention
imagine
the death ray.
If I remember correctly, they polarized the front
glass
of the building, yeah, so it doesn't reflect light anymore.
Oh yeah, I see. You can see right here.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So they
So you still have
slapped some. Yeah, they slapped some.
right
fucking yeah.
Fucking death ray buildings.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's very funny. But yes, back to the line. Same issue is going to happen. They have to either break up the beams with like that slat structure, or they have to polarize everything to avoid it catching light. I do like that you can see that they've absolutely polarized everything so light doesn't reflect.
Right here? Let me see.
Yeah.
There.
Well, if you scroll down to the not in the not on the line. The line is completely reflective.
Oh, you're saying for the
yeah.
Where do I have it? Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there.
So yes, so this is their plan. So energy, water, mobility, technology. This is all. I'm going to be perfectly honest. This is all garbage and gobbledygook. The thing before. It's just a bunch of buzzwords. These are buzzwords to get investment.
Sport, design, construction, financial services, health. Well, health will.
These are all things that. Yeah, these are all things your city should have anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the city skylines. Like, man, you sure had to figure it out.